Hi, welcome to Fun Facts Live. I'm your host David, and with me today is Allison.
Hello.
And Caitlin.
Hi.
The OG crew.
Yep.
Yay.
Yeah. Jake and RJ couldn't make it today, and Maria is mourning the loss of her grandmother. I don't know if I should have said that, but I did.
She has some family business going.
She has family business, yes. So yeah, our thoughts are with her today. She's going through that. So, but yeah, that leaves us, the original crew, back to our roots and where it all began. So, let's see. I think Allison went first last week. So, Caitlin, how about you? What have you got for us today?
So, I don't know how to introduce this. Well, I don't know how to even get this started. I did not practice. Okay. So if I were to say, baker's chocolate.
Yeah.
What would you think of?
Like a block of dark chocolate with no sugar.
Yeah. Like the bittersweet kind of, So that's what I would say too. So actually there is a brand, Baker's. So, baking, I guess you could say baking chocolate is kind of a general term, but Baker's chocolate is actually a name brand.
Oh.
And it is nowadays owned by Heinz.
Of course.
And like so many things. And I guess Kraft and Heinz are the same thing too. So, like everything is owned by everything else, right? But originally the Baker Chocolate Company, which began in 1780, which is quite impressive.
Wow.
Was not even named because they were intending it to be baking chocolate. It was named for one of the co-founders whose last name was Baker.
Oh, wow.
And they initially made it, what they started out with, they started with 3 kinds of chocolate that were actually meant to be for drinking chocolate. They called them best chocolate, common chocolate, and inferior chocolate.
What? Who's gonna buy it?
Totally bizarre. Like, why would you ever nowadays, right? Why would you ever name something inferior? Like, that's just asking for it not to sell, even if you make it cheap. But
just give me a block of the inferior chocolate, please.
Yeah.
My gosh.
So anyway,
I will say, though, when it comes to maple syrup, they had grade A, B, and C until recently. This changed, and I always went for C because C is like the dark. Like A was like the super clear stuff off the top, super like filtered, and then the C was to me the really good stuff, which is like the bottom of the barrel, the dark, most flavorful stuff. Give me some of that grade C maple syrup any day. But they actually changed it recently. Now it's called robust and something else. Like
they calling it like the dregs.
Because they weren't selling it anymore, I guess, because it was grade C.
I see.
But anyway, sorry. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. So then I have another footnote to this that in the mid 1800s, when they had by this point started making chocolate for bakers as well, one of their employees created a sweeter kind that had more sugar in it, obviously, and published a newspaper made a cake recipe with this newer kind of chocolate, and I have purposely not told you this employee's name because this type of chocolate was called German chocolate cake. Have you heard this part before?
No.
Yes, I have.
German chocolate cake named for said employee whose name was Sam German.
Yeah.
What?
He was not German. He was American.
Yeah.
German chocolate cake is also a last name. What?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's American.
So you get a double. So there's a double hit here. Baker's chocolate is named after a guy named, I think, Walter Baker. Yeah.
Okay.
And excuse me, James Baker. Walter Baker was like his grandson. James Baker. Baker's chocolate named after James Baker. German chocolate cake named after Sam German, who was an employee of the Baker Chocolate Company.
Oh my gosh. Wow. What a crazy circle.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
I had no idea German chocolate cake was American.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah. Does German chocolate cake have a specific type of frosting, or is it just the cake part?
I think it's the whole
You can
package.
put anything on it.
Yeah. And doesn't it usually has like almonds on it or in it, right?
I thought it was coconut. It's
I thought it was a
slivered.
coconut.
It's like it's shaved something. It could be slivered almonds or it could be coconut. But
the way
never
my mom
looks
makes it
appealing
is
to me.
a coconut.
Yeah, I don't like
delicious.
coconuts, so that would explain why I never have it.
Yeah, that would be a problem. But I don't know if it makes a difference to you if the coconut is toasted, because I think it has a much different flavor profile once it's toasted.
I mean, I can't even stomach like the smell, like coconut smell.
Okay.
Okay. You know, I used to had a coworker who like put on coconut scented hand lotion once, and I was like, I cannot even be in the room with you. Please leave.
Oh, I guess you'd have a hard time going to the beach with all that coconut suntan lotion.
Well, that's outside though. You don't like it doesn't smell, you know.
Yeah.
But it's when you're in an enclosed place. You're like, oh no, this is a problem. Can we please use a different hand lotion?
I wonder if it would make a difference if it was toasted, because it's such a different smell. Like to me, it's like the difference between like smelling bread and toast.
Mm-hmm.
They don't smell the same at all to me.
That's true.
So when you use the in the frosting, the coconut is toasted, so it's completely got a different flavor profile,
but then
different
it's still
smell.
like, so not to be. I swear I'm not a super picky eater, but like coconut has the double whammy that I don't like the smell
or the
and
texture.
I don't like the texture.
Oh
Yeah.
It is
So
weird
it's
having
just like
a
a
textured
no-go
frosting. I
at
agree.
all.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's
So I'm
weird.
just like, nope.
Yeah, that's a weird combination.
I also so I do have to read a little bit about the history of the Baker Chocolate Company. This is from Wikipedia, and this there must be a podcast episode about this somewhere.
There is now.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, like, someone's got to look into this some more, because this is like a juicy story. This sounds like a potentially juicy story.
Wait.
Okay, so the original brand name was Hannon's Best Chocolate. So the two founders were Hannon and Baker. Okay. The name was changed in 1780 after Hannon's wife, Elizabeth Gore Hannon, sold the company to Baker after Hannon never returned from a sailing trip to the West Indies to purchase cocoa beans.
Oh.
At the time, it gets better. At the time, it was rumored that Hannon intended to leave his wife and thus had deserted her.
Oh.
Oh my gosh!
So,
we'll call the movie Desertion with 2 S's.
Oh yeah. Good name.
Sorry.
Or Just Desserts.
Oh yeah.
Just desserts. Yeah, you guys are good.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, that's the end of my.
Okay.
That's the end of my fun fact /
Wow. So he never came back. That's the end of the story.
Yeah, he never came back.
So we don't know if he lived or died.
Don't know if it was it was intentional or not.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. But she did okay selling the company.
Yeah, guess so.
Wow.
Hope she got a good price for it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Yeah. All right. Allison, what have you got for us today?
Well, I also have a fun fact about food.
Okay.
And tropical things. But I'm gonna insert someone else's fun fact before mine.
Oh. You're stealing a fun fact?
Yes.
Okay.
Does Leah have a fun fact?
Leah does not have a fun fact.
Oh, okay.
So, David and I are becoming friends with our neighbor, Linda. And we've talked to her about potentially becoming a guest on the podcast.
And her husband
in a future week. But we were going for a walk yesterday, and she said she had listened to the podcast and had a fun fact that she wanted to share. So I'm sharing it on her behalf. She is fluent in Italian and Spanish. and she keeps a running list of words that are the same in both Italian and Spanish, but have very different meanings.
Oh.
And
Okay.
and her favorite is burro. So burro in Spanish means donkey, and in Italian means butter. And that is
Spelled the same?
yeah, spelled the same and pronounced the same.
Okay.
So anyway, sharing that fun fact on behalf of Linda,
That is a
our
fun
neighbor.
fact.
It's very awesome. So my fun fact is also related to goings on in the neighborhood and fruit and tropical things.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
you know, city sidewalks tend to have these dedicated, I'm going to call them planter areas where you have.
Around the trees in the sidewalk.
Yeah, you have like a little grassy area around a tree.
Where there's like a little median kind of between
It's just a
the
little
sidewalk
square
and the...
around the base of a
the
tree.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
And it has a
Okay,
sign
got
that
it,
says, "Don't let your dog pee here."
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and there are lots of them in New York City, like under Mayor, when Bloomberg was mayor, he initiated this 1 million trees initiative. So 1 million new trees were planted in New York City over the period of 8 years. So we have lots of those in the city. And, you know, they're seasonal. They have different, you know, plants for different times of years. We had pretty daffodils and pretty tulips
Right.
on our block.
Right. So people are planting.
Yeah.
In the nicer neighborhoods, they plant stuff in there. It's not just dirt.
Yeah, and then in
Yeah.
some, like there's one block in the 90s that has sunflowers, like all different kinds of things.
Oh, nice.
So we were walking yesterday, and I happened to notice one that's on our block, and somebody is growing 3 pineapples in their little patch.
Wait, so the the residents get to kind of control it? It's not like a city.
It's not a city thing.
it's not a
just
city
whoever lives there can do
Yeah.
what they want.
Yeah,
Okay.
the city plants trees, but smaller
Got it.
plantings are just the neighborhood or
Okay.
whoever's house it's in front of or apartment building it's in front of. So
Okay.
I was like, that is something I've literally never seen before.
Yeah.
Is 3 pineapples.
They're super cute because it's like a pineapple about the size of a golf ball,
Yeah,
and it's about 6 inches up off the ground on the stem.
yeah,
So it's just like a little tiny pineapple suspended up in the air. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I'm very curious how long it will last.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if something's going to eat them or what, but they've been there for a few days now.
yeah. And they seem to be
We
doing
see it
okay.
every time we take Leah for a walk. We
Yeah.
get to check up on the pineapples.
Yeah. So I thought I'd share some fun pineapple facts
Oh,
in honor of the 3 pineapples growing on our block.
okay.
Okay.
So the word pineapple dates back to 1398.
Wow, that's an
And
old
it
one.
originally described a pine cone. So pine
Oh.
cones until 1666 were referred to as pineapples.
Oh, in that year 666, they messed
Okay.
it all up.
Yeah. So once kind of Europeans became exposed to pineapples in South America, they started calling those pineapples for their resemblance to pine cones. And then soon in like vocabulary, the pineapple as the fruit superseded the pineapple as the pine cone, and they became pine cones.
That's bizarre.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes sense calling thinking about pine cones like that come from pine trees.
Mm-hmm.
Calling those pineapples kind of makes sense because it's like,
Yeah.
well, it's
Yeah.
the fruit. It's the fruit, sort of.
Yeah,
I mean,
of the
such
tree.
as there is of that kind of tree. Or at least it's the seed pod, in a way. So
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense as the apple. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I can see that. Yeah.
would have been logical, and would it still be called a pineapple if the fruit had not been
Yeah.
discovered or didn't exist?
Leah eats them like apples.
Pine cones, yes, she does.
Yeah.
Pine cones. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, she eats
Oh.
pineapples.
No,
like,
sorry,
straight up?
she eats
Wow,
pine
that's
cones.
Yeah.
bold.
Although she would. We'll see if she ever. Well, we don't want her to go after the 3 that are growing on our street, so maybe we won't teach her about
No.
pineapples.
Dogs can. Now I'm just like, pineapples are okay for dogs, right?
Yeah, there's-
Grapes. I know grapes are a no-no, but most fruit is okay, right?
Yeah,
Pineapples are okay.
nothing came up in my pineapple research that they were
Okay, good.
harmful to,
All right.
to animals.
Okay.
But some other things pineapple season is March through July, so we are in prime pineapple season for our
Really?
growing.
Okay.
But it can take, depending on the variety, 18 months to 3 years for a fruit to fully mature.
Oh
So
my
so
goodness.
they may not
Wow.
be ready for harvesting in the near
Wow.
future, but we'll see.
Never, because they won't make it through the winter probably.
Yeah.
So-
But maybe they'll be replanted inside and come back outside.
Okay,
We don't
maybe.
know. We
Maybe.
don't know. One pineapple plant produces one fruit per year, but a pineapple plant can fruit for up to 50 years. So the
Oh.
potential kind of
Wow.
output of a single pineapple plant is 50.
That's pretty impressive.
Other things, does anybody know what type of fruit a pineapple is? I didn't know this.
Tropical. I don't know.
It's a berry.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
What?
is it one of those weird? It's like actually a berry. Yeah.
Yeah, it's technically not
Okay.
an individual berry. It's a mass of berries fused to a central stalk.
Oh,
how you
so those
describe it,
individual
yeah.
like hexagons or whatever are they hexagonal? I don't even know. But I remember they have like multiple straight edges when they're fused together.
Yeah.
The sections.
Yeah. And there was a lot of different information online about how to tell when a pineapple is ripe.
Oh.
So some people were saying you can tell by color, like as it goes from like a yellow to slightly more orange tones.
Okay.
But according to the people at Dole, that is not correct. And that the way you tell that a pineapple is ripe is by the spikes. So as like this, if the spikes protrude more, it is not ripe. And as they flatten, that's how you tell it's becoming ripe.
Oh.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, I am welcoming you to eat me because I am less difficult to pick up. I don't know. So yeah, those are just some fun.
What is your favorite way to eat pineapple?
Oh.
I have a favorite.
Just straight.
Straight. Okay.
I mean, not
Fresh
I mean,
fruit.
I mean, cut it up, right? But
Yeah.
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 just stick those pineapple chunks on a fork and
Yes.
in the
That's
mouth.
actually, yeah, that is really good. As long as I don't like it when they mix watermelon and pineapple. To me, it taints both of them and makes everything worse.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
have
I mean,
the
I
pineapple.
generally am not a fan of mixed fruits. I like all my fruits to be
Yeah.
separate.
Well, one thing I did come across in my research is that the enzymes in pineapple do not mix well with dairy. So if you make any kind of like whipped dessert that you're adding pineapple to or that has dairy to it, you should do it at the last minute and
Okay.
eat it quickly because it can cause it to go bitter.
Oh, very
But
interesting.
I like a really like caramelized pineapple, like the bottom of like a pineapple upside down cake. That really
Okay.
like
Okay,
So,
mine's very
sugar.
similar.
I just made a pineapple upside down cake for Easter.
Whoa.
Oh.
That sounds
And
amazing.
it had milk in it though
Oh.
in the batter. I mean, not a lot. It was like a tablespoon or something, but it
Okay.
was. But because you kind of like melt the butter. Like you melt, at least the recipe I had, it was like you melt butter in the pan and you put the pineapple in the bottom with a little brown sugar and water. And then you pour the batter on top of that and you put it all in the oven at once.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
Well, my favorite way I was introduced to when I went to a place in Seattle called Ipanema Grill, which was a Brazilian barbecue place, which my favorite feature was the card that they give you at the table. If it's green, the meat keeps coming. And when you finally can't take any more, you flip it to red. But until then, you can eat all the meat that you want, and it comes all different varieties. Someone will come around with a giant skewer with like just tons of meat on it, and just slice off whatever you want. It is amazing. The first time I went, I made the mistake of having a salad, and that took away some room for the meat to follow. But anyway, I probably couldn't do it anymore. I don't know if I could stomach that much meat anymore. But at the end, they come around with a skewer with pineapple on it, and it's covered in cinnamon and put on the rotisserie. And I don't know what happens to it, but it is the most delicious thing you've ever had. And they slice a thin slice off the outside vertically. so it's a long strip. And then once all the outer stuff has been sliced off, they take it back, reapply the cinnamon, put it on the spit again, because you don't want to go too deep, or you lose that delicious caramelized outside part. That's the good part. Yeah. Anyway, I was never like a really huge fan of pineapple until I had it like that, and that is like, wow, it's just amazing. So anyway, that's my favorite way to have it.
Yeah,
so.
I also like that, that, I don't know what spices are on it, but like sometimes at like street fairs or like vendors on the street sell the pineapple in the baggie with like the spices on it.
No, never seen that.
No.
Anyway, that's good.
I'm not familiar with this.
But I don't know what the spices are. I was just trying to look it up quickly, but it's good. I'll point it out the next time.
Yeah, I've never seen one.
We pass somebody who sells it.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I'd go for it. It's cooked?
No, but it's like raw pineapple in a bag, and it's got...
It's like shaken up with spices.
Yeah, like shaken up with spices.
Okay.
All right.
Ah.
Yeah, that's pretty good too. But
Cool.
I like a warm cooked pineapple with like some caramelization. I think that's awesome.
Okay. This is backing up a little bit.
Yeah.
But speaking of the planters.
Yeah.
One of the ones that I saw recently was a planter around a tree that had tulips and daffodils. And Allison had recently informed me that daffodils can't be planted with other flowers.
Can't be in a bouquet.
Because they kill the other flower. So I wasn't sure how they were surviving packed so closely together, and I felt like that needed a little more research. Yeah. But you're saying it's just because it's
I was told it in the context of a bouquet.
Okay. So it's a sharing if they're in the water together with some other flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like when they're cut, they release something.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, is it daffodils that can't be with other things, or tulips that can't be with other things?
Daffodils. Although I've also heard that tulips,
because tulips can people have like skin reactions to tulips because there's a compound in those when you cut them.
Yeah, my understanding is they kill themselves. So so in Anacortes in upstate, in Washington State, they have like acres and acres of tulips, and it's a beautiful thing to see in the spring. But anyway, when they harvest them, they have to pick up all of the droppings, from what I understand. Like they can't leave the stems or the leaves or anything because it will make the soil toxic to the next batch. So
Okay. All right, I did find one thing, that daffodil stems slime after cutting, which is harmful to other flowers. But if you put them in their own vase first, you can like leach the slime out into that vase and then re-put them into another vase.
Okay.
But but this is I've only found one website that describes
slime. Okay, that's why it can survive.
But that would explain why then they can grow fine, because they're not.
Yes.
Hopefully not getting broken.
That
probably also. Yeah.
Oh,
go ahead.
Well, I was going to change topic, so you can, if you have something to add, go for it.
No, I just in my experience, deer like daffodils less than other flowers.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And I wonder if that has to do with that slime.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, speaking of slime, so I went into the depths of YouTube last night for some reason. I don't know why, but I found a very interesting fact that could save someone's life maybe someday, or at least keep them from getting sick. So I watched what happens when you add iodine to dirty water under a microscope. And so you start off looking at the water under the microscope, and there's all kinds of nasty stuff swimming around in there. You do not want to drink that. And then they added iodine and followed the, CDC guidelines, wait X amount of time, add this much per liter. Anyway, looked at it again after all that was done, and everything was still swimming around in there. So, like, what's going on? Because iodine is like a well-known treatment for emergency treatment for water. So, turns out that the iodine does not work in like brown or slimy, dirty water. You need relatively clear water, and then it works for some reason. Basically, the bacteria and all this stuff in the water, some of it can like protect itself using the nasty slime and dirt in the water from the iodine. So, yeah.
So
Anyway,
probably biofilms if you have enough of the bacteria. So like bacteria will make a lot of bacteria will make like biofilms, but um they have to like be dense enough. Like the cells,
ah,
it's this really complicated thing where the cells have to kind of sense the presence of their neighbors and like know that based on the chemical they make chemicals, right? And if they're like it's the chemicals that their neighbors are making has to reach a certain concentration, so there have to be enough of the other cells present there that
ah.
they can kind of detect each other, and then they turn on the genes that make the these biofilms. And anyway, I could go on and on about biofilms, but um
Okay.
I didn't know
and
anything
so I
about that.
wonder if but part of the reason that they make biofilms in the first place is to protect themselves against the environment. And so if like the iodine or whatever, anything, this is true for, if you're just trying to like take antibiotics because you have an infection, like it can't get through the biofilm to get to the cells. So
Ah.
I wonder if that's what's going on there. I don't know for sure,
It
but
sounds like I think I do remember the word biofilm being thrown around, but
okay.
I didn't. But that does
Okay.
sound familiar. But yeah, it
Uh-huh.
was super interesting to see. I still would not want to drink the water because unless it's an emergency, because the stuff is still in there. It's just dead, stops swimming around. Whereas I saw filtered water, which actually removes it, and that's much nicer looking water to drink. So anyway, it was fascinating. I spent way too much time watching water under a microscope. So.
Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, it did make me
Yeah.
happy. There was some stuff I did not want to see under a microscope that was on there, like mother of vinegar. Like I'm sure if I saw that, I would probably never want vinegar again. But I'm just not going to go there.
Yeah.
So I like vinegar, and I want to keep it that way.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I know there's all kinds of swimmy stuff in there, but I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen your mom make kombucha. You've
Yeah,
seen it.
yeah, and I drink it.
Yeah.
That's crazy stuff. Oh.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, well, do you drink beer? Because I mean,
I don't drink
you know
beer.
what goes into
but-
beer. You know how beer is made.
Oh gosh.
But I mean, kombucha is like, yeah, that's now you've really gone. That's yeah.
Yeah, I've accidentally sucked down some of the slime on the top. It's scary stuff, but it's delicious.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess that's it for us today. Hopefully next week we'll have our regular crew back.
Yep.
Until then, take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh.
Good morning and welcome to the Match Solitaire Saturday Challenge Live. Every Saturday we play the Match Solitaire Daily Puzzles after recording the Fun Facts Live podcast at 11 a.m. Eastern. You're invited to take the challenge with us and see if you can beat our times. I'm your host David, and with me today is Allison.
Hello.
And Caitlin.
Hi.
All right. The rest of our crew is out today, but should be back in the next week or two. So it's just the three of us, the original crew.
Yep.
And I'm doing the countdown.
OG.
Yep.
The OG crew. All right. We have it on Maria's advice that today is super easy. So
it's just
so
going
I
to be a
guess it's
flat
gonna
out
be,
race.
yeah, I think it might be just
Okay.
a sprint.
Okay.
Or it could, last time she said it was easy, we struggled.
Yeah.
So.
Sometimes I think I'd rather not know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Or like yesterday, I didn't have a hard time with yesterday's.
You didn't?
And
I
then
had a
no,
hard time.
and then like I went on Discord and people were like, "Oh, it's so hard," and I'm like, "Oh, how did I get it?" I don't know. Sometimes I swear you just see the right way to start off the bat, and then it just, I don't know.
Yeah, I had
don't
to
know.
restart a bunch of times. I had
Oh.
some troubles with it.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Got there eventually. David was threatening to make me join the Discord, which I don't know what to do.
Like, there's a solution in Discord. All you got to do is
Heaven
join.
forbid.
Yeah. She'll never do it.
No.
Whoops. Okay, here we go. Ready? 3, 2,
Yeah.
1, go.
Oh my gosh, I don't get the sound real well, but I could tell that was a coffin.
Yes, it was.
Oh,
Darn, it's not going that fast for me.
what did I? Yeah, I'm like, shoot, what am I doing now? Here.
Ah. No.
I got stuck.
we got all worked up.
I got stuck. Oh no.
Oh no, I did too. Oh no. No. What? Maria, what did you do?
All right, done.
Oh, come on. Uh-oh, we might be doomed.
I always lose it on the last one. I lost on the last one the last
Do I have
couple
to
of weeks.
restart? Oh, this is painful.
I'm restarting the second one.
Okay, I think I got over one hump at least here. This is...
Oh, I got it.
Oh no!
Rock on! Rock on!
Okay, I'm getting it finally. Get those 6s. All right, I finished one.
Perfect 10!
Oh,
Perfect 10.
I don't know how to. What?
All right, done with the
Oops,
second
I'm
one.
starting.
Oh my gosh.
Dang it! I don't think there's any catching up
Oh,
now.
Nice.
thanks for that, Jinx, Caitlin.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jinx you.
Oh no.
Likely story. What the heck? I don't even know what I'm doing. Restart.
Getting nowhere. I feel like I'm stacking way too much. Oh no, I see you're tapping fast, where I think we're doomed.
I'm done.
Oh, I saw out of the corner of my eye you were.
Great work.
All right, I'm done with 2.
I just finished 2.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, now I'm gonna get all flustered.
All right, come on, David. Come on. I've got no strategy here, so if it doesn't just come together, I'm in trouble.
So
No,
exciting.
everything is bad news.
Can't tell.
I have to
You both look
restart.
like, well, Caitlin has many more free cells available.
Oh no, I'm nervous.
I
I can't do it. I don't know.
Oh, let David win.
Let me win. I never get to win.
Well, you didn't win, but.
Well, that's true. That's true. Let me come in second place at least. Oh no.
Oh no, I was right. I don't know what to do.
No. I'm too nervous. Oh, I keep doing the same thing. Stop doing the same thing, David.
This is very exciting.
Okay, come on. You can do this. You can
But
do
I thought
this.
that was the win.
Don't. No.
Very annoyed.
Is there anything close? No.
Uh-oh.
She's got it.
She's got
I
it.
Oh no.
Yay.
Case closed.
Doggone it. All right. Let me see if I can finish it quick. If I'm even close. I don't know. I'm not really that close.
I think
Kings,
I started
maybe?
with the 4s.
Man, I don't think I'm gonna get it any very quickly here. Let's see. 4s. All right, to get the 4s, I have to flip that. Flip this.
Well,
No.
I hadn't stacked anything, I think, when I got the 4s. So maybe you might have to restart to do that approach. So
I'm
there
getting
might be a
nowhere
different way.
fast. Why can't I get it? All right. Do I have to? I guess I'll have to finish it off the stream. That's depressing. Oh, shoot. 10, Jack, Queen. I didn't want to have to restart, but I think I'm going to have to. Oh, that's appropriate music. It's kind of sad.
Oh.
Sad music. I just don't want to give up.
No one's asking you to give up.
Okay. King. Kings, maybe? Nope.
Nope.
Just starting over. I got off to a bad start, I guess. Okay, this is my last attempt.
Okay.
If I can't get it this time, I'll spare everyone. I just feel like it's going better this time anyway.
That's good.
Okay. What was that noise?
That was me getting stuck.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I hit another wall. What?
I'm just trying to help you.
I'll get it eventually. I guess I just can't do it under pressure.
Yeah.
I'm stuck. All right.
All right.
I'll come back to it. Ah, darn it. Can't even finish. Very sad. All right. Well, that's it for the challenge today. I hope you did better than I did. Congratulations.
Oh,
Allison?
poor David.
That's me.
Congratulations, Allison. And Caitlin
Yep.
for finishing.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll see you again. Same time, next place. No, not next place.
What?
Same time, same place next week.
Okay. All right.
Yes. And in the meantime, check us out at hotchagames.com. And we're on all kinds of social media.
Wait, is that
under
your
Hot Chai
website?
Games.
HotChatGames.com?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
It's also hotchaipro.com, but I figure
Uh-huh.
people have an easier time remembering hotchagames.com.
Yeah,
so,
probably.
yeah,
Hot Chai Games on all the social medias.
that's
Yeah.
right.
I know that.
That's right. All right, take care, everyone, and we'll see you again next week. Bye.